A man who once ran for mayor of Westland accused of sexually harassing tenants, including exposing himself to them and even trying to exchange sex for housing. I'm Hillary Golston. The story next.
Another protest against that data center proposal over in Saline. I'm Lauren Edwards, and coming up, I'll tell you why there was a protest today in Detroit.
There's new energy in Royal Oak Township, and take a look. It's in the form of affordable housing.
Stand by here.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Rup Raj. Our top story at 5. A man who once ran for mayor in Westland now facing a slew of allegations from his tenants. The accusation so serious, the Department of Justice is getting involved. Fox News' Hillary Golston picks up the story from there.
William Aaron Asper has been in trouble before. When he was running for mayor of Westland, he was accused of making some pretty questionable comments on social media about women that were sexual in nature at that time. Well, now the allegations are far worse, that he sexually harassed tenants, even possibly exposing himself to some of them. And in some cases, the allegation is he tried to exchange sex for housing. I asked Westland Police and the DOJ if they could comment on this. The U.S. Justice Department filed a federal lawsuit against Asper, who owns and manages rental properties in and around Westland, accusing him of years of sexual harassment and retaliation against female tenants in violation of the Fair Housing Act. Prosecutors say the misconduct began in 2018 and never stopped since then. That includes allegedly offering housing benefits in exchange for sex, making unwanted advances and comments, inappropriate touching, and punishing tenants who refused. A man who claims he was a tenant of Asper says this happened.
I was upstairs. I'm disabled and everything. My wife was helping me to get into the shower, and he proceeded to walk into the home unannounced and proceeded to walk up the stairs. And as he walks up the stairs, I'm standing there completely naked, getting ready to get into the shower, and makes a sexual comment stating that my area isn't big enough to be in his home and to get out.
The outstanding questions here for the Department of Justice and Westland Police: could there be any criminal charges here because of this latest investigation? No answer by News Time. However, we do know that this was a joint investigation with the DOJ that did involve HUD. In Westland, I'm Hillary Golston, Fox 2 News.
Our other top story at 5 involving a proposed data center project in Saline Township that's causing quite a lot of anxiety and controversy. Residents opposed to it say DTE may be involved in a secret deal to get the job done. Fox News' Lauren Edwards joins us live in Detroit, where people were protesting just a short time ago. And are we hearing from DTE tonight, Lauren?
They absolutely, were protesting. Rup, I can tell you I reached out to DTE because I just want to get their thoughts on everything. So I'm still waiting on that. But it was a group of protesters, not as big as on Monday, but they met under the holiday lights behind me across the street from the DTE offices here in downtown Detroit. Let's take a look at it because it was a good group that came on out. Now, again, let's just go over the details of, they're all protesting against that proposed data center in Saline Township. And it's a part of the Stargate, which is created by OpenAI and Related Digital and the tech firm Oracle, and it's to be built over 575 acres of farmland in Saline Township, which the companies say will bring tax revenue and hundreds of jobs. But opposers feel differently. They fear high energy bills, pollution, that the water supply will be dried up. And you may remember the project was initially shot down by the township, but they were sued by Related Digital, and then the project was greenlit. But today, protesters say they fear that DTE may be doing a secret deal with MPSC to get everything done, and that is not what they say they want.
We are here to tell DTE and the Michigan Public Service Commission that we do not want any secret deals for data center companies based on their speculative market wager that maybe they will capture demand in the future. And we want to ensure that we get a contested case, a denial of the data center's request for ex parte private approval of the largest electricity demanding project that Michigan has ever seen.
It irritates me so much when we do have data about impact and process that is available and research, and it's not like we're flying blind, but we are being forced to respond to this moment because people in leadership in our state and in our local officials and elected officials really support this the way it's happening, and that is what I am most pissed about.
So definitely lots of angry residents. And again, I reached out to OpenAI wanting to get their thoughts and perspective and DTE, but I'm just waiting to hear back from both. There is a public virtual meeting that begins tonight at 6:30. Reporting live here in downtown Detroit, Lauren Edwards, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, and that was my question. They have these public comments. How important is it for the company and for DTE and the Public Service Commission to hear the comments and factor into their decision?
According to the group I interviewed, very important. They want their voices heard. They want their concerns, whether it's about health concerns or water or air quality concerns. They just want to be heard and make sure that it meets certain environmental standards as well. So a lot of energy in this, and we'll see how this all pans out.
Well, I bet you'll have quite a few people on that public comment time that will be chiming in for good reason. Lauren Edwards for us live tonight. Thank you for that report. Taking a live look over Detroit, another bitterly cold day with temperatures below 30 degrees. It was one of those days where you kind of said, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go for a walk. And then all of a sudden you go, I'm going to stay inside.
It was cloudy, it was brisk, it was cold, really, and now we have light snow, Ruth, and we're going to see these snow showers for the remainder of the evening. There's not a whole lot on radar, but nonetheless, between now and midnight, snow showers will come and go. We're not expecting much accumulation, but there certainly could be a fresh coating in spots. Let me show you the numbers right now. 25 for us, 16 up there in Marquette, 29 in Chicago. How about the wind chill? When you're out there, you feel it. Numbers in the middle teens for a lot of us. These are live pictures right here in Southfield, and you can see the light snows falling. That's 9 Mile Road cutting across the scene. 17 degrees. That's the overnight low tonight. And then tomorrow and again on Friday, brisk and cold. Daytime highs in the middle 20s. There's no big storms coming our way, but no big warm up either. In the 7-day, we'll show it to you, Roop, coming up in 10.
All right, Rich, we'll talk to you then. Thank you. All new at 5, a big development in southern Oakland County. It's a multi-million-dollar investment in the form of affordable housing. Let's get live to Fox News' Ingrid Kelly. She is in Royal Oak Township with the story. Ingrid.
Well, good afternoon, Roop. You know, a lot of people see Royal Oak Township as sort of like the forgotten part of Oakland County. But as you can see behind me, things are changing. Take a look at this. A ribbon cutting ceremony was held for My Side Royal Oak Cottages. This is affordable housing that is desperately needed for this area. Take a listen.
People look at Oakland County and think, oh, it's a wealthy county. They don't have housing needs. Almost a third of our residents are housing insecure.
Affordable housing is a real priority for Huntington, and you know, community engagement's a big deal for us. And so when the opportunity to serve as lender on this project came up, we jumped at it.
It's 28 single-family homes, brand new, stick-built for families at 30 to 60% of area median income. Approximately 1,400 square feet. Brand new, and they've been built to silver standard environmental and energy efficiency quality.
Yeah. Back out here live, as you can see, many are completed, but when it's all said and done, there will be 28 total of these units. Right now, 7 are completed, and the good news, the organizer is telling me that many of those families who are living in the 7, they will be at home in time for Christmas. So what a wonderful way to celebrate the holidays and then bring in the new year. So I know a lot of people want to know, how can I apply for these? Well, first of all, you have to qualify, right? So there is a link at fox2detroit.com. Go to that link. There is an application. Fill out the application. Organizers will tell you if you qualify, and if you do, you could find yourself in a new home here in Royal Oak Township. Back to you, Roop.
Yeah, Ingrid, it obviously there's a need there. You heard the Oakland County executive say a third of the folks in Oakland County may be housing insecure. Talk for a moment about the timeline. If someone applies, are we talking about a few weeks, a few months by the time they find out? And when then would they be able to move in?
Exactly. So in terms of the timeline, this process right here, this was like 2 years in the making. So again, I think, patience is a little bit of a part of the formula, let's face it. But again, I mean, to think that you can have a brand new home, many of these homes, they have 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, all new, and then the technology that's in there. And as the president was commenting on some of that, the appliances and different things, it means you're actually going to pay less because these things are new here, the technology in these homes. So again, if there's a little bit of wait, it's well worth it.
Yeah, it certainly is. That's great news. Good stuff. Ingrid Kelly for us live tonight. Thank you. A huge gift to say thank you to a local wounded veteran, a new home. What makes this house so different? Straight ahead. Also tonight, a Metro Detroit nonprofit working to get thousands of books to local kids. You can be part of their free giveaway this week. And don't forget, Thursday night football is right here on Fox 2. We start with a special edition of Lions Game Day Live from Ford Field at 7 o'clock. The game kicks off just after 8. Then it's our post-game show with highlights and reaction from the locker room. You're watching Fox 2 News at 5. We'll be right back. A huge gift to say thanks to a local veteran. Marine Corps Lance Corporal Mitchell Underwood is the owner of a new smart home, and it's free. The Detroit native now lives in Carrollton. This new home is made possible by the